certain way to see all of them?
It's
That's
working
fine.
just fine
It's
for me.
fine. It's totally cool.
All right.
I'll be the bent neck lady for the night.
Well, you always pop in your neck anyway.
True. Not in this direction.
Hey, what's up? We got the guys. Oh my Jesus.
Wow.
To be anew. To be anew.
Wow.
Yes, I be too old. Fucking memory like Biden. Stumbling idiot
So
over here.
we're just we're gonna
Jesus.
open this episode with Michael's retirement from podcasting because we're just not coming back from that one.
Hey, what's up, guys? So, Cody, what's going on over there, man? I'm glad you kept us on our toes for this one. I appreciate it, man. I was ready to turn in for the night, and here we are. Let's do this.
Yeah, I promise you it's not like this on a regular basis.
You guys got too much going on. I know how it is. I mean, not that I'm a rock star or anything like you guys rocking and shit, but I'm sure it's hectic. Yeah. So tell us, man. Tell us about the band. Introduce everybody. I mean, this is To Be Anew. You guys playing at Blueridge in a few months. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah. So we're To Begin Anew. My name's Cody.
I'm Casey.
Shane. I'm Josh.
And we're from Jacksonville, North Carolina. We've had this band started since January of 2020. It was kind of tough getting it off the ground. We picked the worst year possible to try to actually start a band.
Oh, yeah.
But we did have a lot to learn. We were able to kind of go ahead and get the jump on writing material and going ahead and getting our set the way that we wanted. So even though it was a rough year, we were still able to do what we needed to do to get to where we're at now. And like you mentioned, we are scheduled to play Blue Ridge September the 10th. And we're super stoked about that.
We are super stoked for you, firstly, because we'll get to be there and see you firsthand. I don't know if he shared with you, but we'll be sneaking over the Blue Ridge as well.
Yeah. We'll be camping, man. We're going to be warriors out there.
Hell yeah.
So y'all gonna go in raw and just stay there in the middle of it the whole time.
I mean, so we got the camping just so we could go in and out because we love to tailgate. I mean, this will be my first time tailgating with Laura, so I don't know what she's all about, but we're going to find out.
We're going to be camping, so I'm going to have to stay drunk just to get through the camping piece. So if you wake up and I'm gone, just search the nearest hotel. I promise I'm there.
I'm trying to find the poster for Blue Ridge, and I went to their Facebook page.
Oh, I found it.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so
so many bands on that thing, man. This event is like what everybody has needed. I mean, there's so many incredible bands on there. The bigger bands and also a bunch of the locals that are on there. We're friends with several of the local bands that's on there, and I mean, North Carolina in particular, man, is so full of talent as far as bands go. Any of those smaller bands that are from North Carolina, we know most of them. Y'all should definitely check them out. They're killer.
You're gonna have to let me know who some of these bands are. I think I'm looking at a flyer that's not updated because I don't see that they added you guys on. What day are y'all playing on?
Friday.
Friday.
There is a couple different flyers. I know they've got one of them going around that has the smaller local bands on it, and then there's one that does not have the local bands on it. So
okay, yeah, I'm looking at the one now, and it just goes down. Burden of the Sky is the last band mentioned on this one.
Oh no, I've got the updated one. It's got To Begin Anew on here. Next Attempt, Set for Tomorrow, Dead Engine. This is such. I'm like. Okay, I guess I can deal with camping for a few days for this.
We'll see.
I guess.
Our headliner is Rob Zombie the night we're playing, so I mean,
that's Rise Against.
That's a band that I think
table how could I miss Rise Against? I was too busy looking for you guys.
Yeah, have you guys? I'm sure y'all have partaken in festivals as fans, right?
Of course,
yeah.
Did y'all ever go to Carolina Rebellion? Like
no,
many times.
That was my shit, man. I've went like 5 years in a row, and oh my god, I tried to crowd surf at 40. That didn't work out too well. I got dropped. I was right at the barricade, man. They had me up like 6 foot off the ground. I saw the gate. They were getting ready to like pass me over, and then they dropped me because we got to the edge of the mosh pit. and people were like, "Oh, we're just going to drop him." Man, I fell right on my back. That shit hurt. I was out for the rest of that day.
There's so many people that, used to go to Carolina Rebellion religiously. And, whenever they stopped doing that, I think they had another festival or two that popped up that just didn't stick around. But now, Blue Ridge is really our next closest festival. So, pretty much everybody that wants to go to festivals is going to Blue Ridge now. So I know that they mentioned a post or something on their page the other day that they're expecting like 30,000 plus people to be there.
Oh, that's going to be mayhem. Did you see the pictures that were posted of the venue? It's like not even a venue. It's just farmland.
Yeah.
Wow.
Laura,
I, for one, can't wait.
I know there's a huge body of water on the property, so I know things are going to get crazy out there.
Oh, somebody's going to drown.
Oh, no.
It's
Yeah.
not good.
All I heard was bad news when I heard
Stay away
there's
from the water.
a huge body of water on the property. I'm like, cool. There's going to be a few statistics out of that weekend. Just we stay away from the lake.
I got a feeling we're probably not going to camp the whole time. You're going to be like, we need to find a hotel, but everything's booked. But we're only an hour. Yeah,
I think we decided just for our equipment's sake that we're probably not going to be camping. But we already got a room like way back before, like when January, February of last year. And we're staying, the closest one we could get at the time was like an hour away. So we're going to be commuting.
God.
August.
Damn. I don't know if you've ever been to Danville before, but man, they got no reception out there. Like, I don't know that highway going off of, I think you take 40, and then there's a road I can't remember the highway number, but you start getting on that, and then your cell service just dies, and then you're done for like 20 miles. I mean, we're in the country.
Southwestern Virginia. Yeah. That's literally cell reception graveyard. That's where cell phones just go to die.
These promoters must have got a hell of a deal on that land. They were like, bring us music, bring us something, because this is Danville. We got nothing here.
I know they've still been going back and forth with kind of going back and forth with the county, trying to make sure that they can, I guess, bend some of the ordinance to honor the festival. Some of the stuff I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from places like that, they got the whole, one thing I saw was they didn't want any music before 9 a.m. and didn't want any music after 11 p.m. And I think Blue Ridge was trying to get that extended both ways. Into the party at 11 is going to suck ass. So.
Yeah. I think even Rebellion went till like midnight.
I think that's a Virginia thing, though, because I've been to many a concert in Northern Virginia where these bands were hard-pressed to stop at 11. Like, there could be no music after 11 or else. And I mean, like, I was saying, like, Judas Priest there, so it's not like they couldn't pay a fine to Northern Virginia for playing for too long, but I think that's a Virginia thing. I don't think that's a Southwestern Virginia thing. I don't think that's a Danville thing. I think Virginia's just, kind of shitty.
Well, I mean, yeah, pretty much. But I was being entertained. What's your name on the far left with all the hair? Long hair?
The one that keeps moving around. This is Shane over here on the right.
Shane needs to go wet your hair and then do that because we want to hear some sound effects when he hits his face. And we want to see some marks like a whip.
I'm really sad that I missed the
hair
toss.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, you'll see it. It's on. It's recorded. Yeah.
Whenever you guys actually meet this guy, you're going to be in for a treat. He's pretty much the face of the band. Like, he's everybody's favorite member.
Well, obviously, his hair he's got better hair than I do.
Well, listen.
Josh got better hair than me. No.
Who's got the best hair of the band?
I think Josh does.
I would say Shane. Easy.
But Josh, it looks like yours is pulled back, so we don't have a fair fight here.
His only comes down like whenever he's playing shows.
Josh is thick though, I'm thin.
So it's gonna be a real treat. Who has the most volume?
He's the chode of the band.
What the hell?
He said he was thick. Give me a break. Anyway, hey, look, we're not gonna start talking about what a chode is. Hey, look, let's take this opportunity. Let's meet the band. We'll start with Shane, man. Where you from, Shane? And how long you been playing? What do you play?
I play bass. I've been playing bass now probably going on 3 years. I I guess I was born in Chicago, but I moved to North Carolina when I was younger. And yeah, I met these two, Casey and Cody, in high school. And they asked me to play bass for them last year. And I said, yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. So you're from Chicago, moved here when you were young, went to high school with these guys, Cody and okay. So are the rest of you from out of town, or are y'all North Carolina natives?
We'll let Josh go next. Me and Casey's story takes a little bit of time, so we'll let Josh give his piece here.
All right.
Well, I'm from North Carolina, but I'm like from another city about 4 hours away in Salisbury.
All right.
I've been playing guitar for about 15 years now, since high school. I moved out here 4 years ago. I had initially was in another band at the time. They were starting theirs. And recently they asked me if I was interested in a lead guitar position. And I told them, yeah. And that's how we all ended up here now.
Sweet.
I feel like you're leaving a lot out, Josh. I feel like you're not telling us the whole story here. I think that was like Josh Cliff Notes, and I feel shorted.
He's done this before, I'm thinking.
I guess he has to be reserved about some of the stuff. If you really got Josh, then you know the whole Josh.
I'm like the ultimate introvert.
I get that. I do empathize with that. I guess we'll get the rest of your story in September. I'll be waiting anxiously for that.
Yeah, we're trying to hustle backstage passes. We'll see. I'm trying to get a press pass. I sent the email 2 months ago and haven't gotten a response yet. I think they pretty much said, fuck you. But I'm going to keep bugging them. We're going to see what happens.
I hope you get it.
Why not do it?
Hey, man, shit. Trying. Who's next?
Okay. If you want to go. Casey.
I'm Casey. I play the drums. I've been playing for 22 years.
I'm his biggest fan.
Aww.
Born and raised right here where we're at in North Carolina. So it's kind of boring there.
Can you do me a favor? Can you say surprise, surprise, surprise for me? Just say that.
Oh my God. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Who does that sound like?
I don't know. What
Surprise,
are you
surprise, surprise. Isn't that Golden Pile?
Yeah, I'm pretty bad off with country accent.
No, dude, I love it. I love the voice, man. You got a very distinct voice. That's awesome. You got the kind of voice where you could do like voiceovers and shit for cartoons. You should look into that.
I'm sorry. Michael's not the best with compliments.
That's a compliment, man. I wish my voice was like that. I got this fucking country-ass deep voice that sounds like shit. But yeah.
You'll have to excuse him. His interpersonal skills, I guess, are a little rusty today. Someone didn't take his medication.
I'm sorry. Compliment on the voice. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. You continue.
Here's your medication, dude.
Oh, my God. This white wine. Fuck.
I'll let Cody take over the rest of the story. He tells
yeah. Again, my name is Cody. I sing and play guitar with To Begin Anew. Started playing guitar, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14. Really influenced by Nirvana's Nevermind album and Metallica's Black album was really kind of what turned me on to music. Casey and I are actually brothers. So me and Casey's been in several bands together through time growing up. And we also play music together. So it's kind of like dynamic duo. Usually if I start any kind of music endeavor, I've got to have him with me. But yeah, that's just a short, sweet version of that.
Oh, well, that's cool. I like to see when brothers get in bands together, you know, because me and my brother, we can't stand each other hardly, you know. At least y'all can. Y'all like each other. How about that?
It depends on the day of the week, really. So.
Oh yeah. Well, so you came together. Okay. So Shane came from Chicago. You two brothers, of course. My man from Salisbury. How did y'all all meet up? Like, how did?
Like Shane said, Shane went to school with me and Casey, and we've known Shane for forever. Again, you know, in high school, Casey and I we were in different bands.
I was fans of their band.
He was a fanboy for one of the old bands, but me and Casey had been in bands together, and a few things happened in my personal life where I come to a crossroad and I had to make a decision. So I ended up getting out of music for the better part of 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
In the early part of 2020, I ended up reaching out to Casey. I had picked up the guitar and started kind of just writing a little bit of stuff. I weren't really planning on getting serious with it, but I can't play drums. So I got up with Casey and just asked if he would be interested in helping me write some songs. And of course he said, yeah. We ended up writing some songs, and we decided that, we don't want to just do this as a hobby. We'd actually try to create a band with it. So we actually recruited Shane at the time, but he was in a different band and he had some obligations that he had to finish with that band. So he wasn't initially able to help us out. So we ended up getting another bass player. We found another local guitar player that joined. We actually started writing music and got in the studio and recorded a little bit of stuff. If you know anything about bands, there's usually lineup changes. People can't really devote the time and energy that, certain people need.
All the bands I've talked to, it's always the bass player they have to replace.
Well, that was actually the first member that left at the time. He stepped down, and we actually asked Shane if we had a video shoot, and the bass player dropped like a week before we were supposed to shoot the video. And we asked Shane, said, hey, would you mind just filling in bass for the video? And he said, yeah. And, we got kind of talking about things, and Shane ultimately made the decision to step up and be our full-time bass player.
Yeah, made the decision. No, he straight up said, you know what, I want to do this. He didn't ask us. He's just like, I'm staying.
So he just told you, yep, I'm in.
Yeah, basically.
Now with Shane's
Casey and Cody, obviously you are the musically inclined of your family, but did you grow up with, I guess, other musicians in your household that kind of inspired you to go that route?
Yeah. So, me and Casey used to be stepbrothers, but we've grew up together. So he's my brother. My mom was married to his father. They've since divorced, but me and Casey grew up together, so I just consider him my brother. But I'll let Casey take over. His father is actually kind of what I think was the main thing that got me and him exposed to music, really.
Yeah, my dad's been a guitar player for longer than I can remember. Plus, he runs sound and monitors for all sorts of bands. So growing up around that, I've gotten to meet a lot of people, and it just kind of put the interest in it.
So obviously, y'all's genre is metal. Love that, respect that.
Are you screaming metal, or kind of just like alt rock?
More of a rock band.
I would
radio metal.
Yeah, I would put
okay.
it like hard rock. I mean, we kind of have a borderline. I think we could pass for metal, but we don't really try to present it as metal. I mean, we're more of a hard rock band. If you actually dig down into our set, which we've got 3 songs out right now, but we try to make our music diverse. We try not to have the same song over and over. So the video we just put out for our song called Awaken, it's more of a punk rock song. But then if you go back and listen to our 2 singles before, which was Arise and Break New Ground, Arise is kind of a slower introduction to the band. It's kind of got elements of soft rock, alternative rock, and hard rock, where Break New Ground, our second single, it's just in your face hard rock right out of the gate.
Cross punch.
But then some of the newer stuff we're writing actually kind of does start to go into the territory of metal. So we, just to keep it simple, we just try to call ourselves a rock band, really.
Understood, and I so appreciate that. There's really nothing that irritates me more than listening to a band and they kind of just play the same chords. It's the same sound. Like when you've heard one song, you've heard them all. There's a band out of upstate New York called 3, and they play, they kind of fall under this pseudo metal, maybe prog rock kind of genre, but from song to song and album to album, they just keep you guessing. You do not know what's coming next. So that's something that I just deeply appreciate about any band, any singer-songwriter, any musician whatsoever. So that's awesome.
I know one thing. I just went to their website, which is beginanew.com, and the cover, my God, I wouldn't want to run into Shane in the dark alley or something. You want to see this? Look at this.
No, but
Look at him. He's happy.
I am happy.
Yeah, you're totally different in this picture. That's a pretty cool picture, though, man. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
We actually shot that picture the same day that we were shooting our music video for Awaken. So that picture was precursor to our video.
That was Josh's debut with us.
Yeah, that was the day that Josh was in the band but wasn't officially in the band.
You gotta tell them that story.
Oh God.
Do tell.
Yeah, let's hear it.
A1.
So,
We
yeah,
almost
I'll,
lost Josh.
Yeah, I'll let Josh. I'll set it up and I'll let Josh run with it. So basically, we were in another situation where at the time our guitar player that we had stepped down, and we were kind of in the process of trying out people. Initially, Josh was going to be a fill-in, like same situation Shane was. So he agreed to help us shoot the video and help us do a couple of shows. So we ended up getting to where we're shooting our video at, figuring everything out, setting up the scene, how we want to do it. And it's better coming from Josh. So I'll let him explain it to you.
The tragedy.
The tragedy.
No.
Oh, yeah, that poor guitar. Oh, so we were filming the entrance scene at the beginning of the song where me and Shane jump off of risers. And we've done it at least. We've done it at least.
We had done it over
times,
and over, yeah.
like 20 times, and I guess something about that 21st time.
The floor was
very wet.
So where we were, the whole room was just so humid. It was just so hot and humid in there. Like there actually was like a layer of just moisture on the floor. Go ahead. You haven't got to the best part.
So on the 21st time, they're still recording, and we do the jump. And next thing I know, I am like face down on the ground. Guitar hit the floor.
You landed on top of it.
I landed on top
It
of
was a smack.
His head was like, if you pay attention to that video, like those risers that we jumped off of, they're made out of steel and it's expanded metal. So they're not little, they're stout. And I saw it happen. Like we were like mid-song at the very beginning, and Josh jumped, and as soon as his feet touched the ground, he just ate shit like instantly.
Please, there's no outtake video of this?
Oh, there is.
Oh man, is there any way we can get our hands on that one?
We need to get
his head was about an inch from being scalped. I mean, it almost peeled his muffin cap back blue.
Muffin cap. Oh.
Yeah, I went up to him and whispered in Cody's ear. I was like, dude, if he's not in the band after this, like, he's going to be pissed.
I was going to say, like, was that the crowning moment where you all just kind of looked at each other and went, yep, we'll take this one?
Basically, he got up and finished the other half of the day after that. I was like, look, he's got to stay after this.
I mean, he hit, and, like, there was pieces of his guitar that just, like, splattered across the floor.
Oh.
But like I went over to him, like I stopped like right whenever he ate shit, and I was like, dude, are you good? And like I just knew like his elbow was broke or his hand was gonna be all fucked up or something. And I made sure he was good. And then like Shane comes over to me being the asshole that he is. He's like, dude, it was so hard for me not to laugh. I was like, this dude almost died and you're worried about fucking laughing at him. It was terrible.
That's when you know you got true friends right there.
I can see how that's a very binding moment for everybody. I appreciate. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, if there is any way we can get our hands on that footage,
so
the Naughty Donkey Studio would hugely appreciate it.
Damn right we would. So you got Arise and you got Break New Ground. Those are on your website. Can you videos to both of those? Are they on YouTube or?
Yeah, so if you're on our website, you know, we're on all the socials. We got Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, our actual .com. We have all that stuff, but to keep it simple, we just try to divert everybody right to our .com because we put all of our content on there as well.
All three music videos are on the .com on the front page.
Yeah, on the home page, all three of our videos are there. And like I said, you know, Awaken, which is our new song, that the video we're talking about now, the video has been out for almost 2 weeks, but we dropped the video and we started pre-saves on it the day we dropped it. So we kind of mixed up our formula this time where we dropped the video and then the song comes out this Friday where you can actually put it on your Spotify playlist and buy it on iTunes or however you listen to your music. The other two previous songs, we had actually dropped the song first and then released the video. So we just kind of wanted to mix it up a little bit.
Wow. That's, I scroll down and you can see To Begin Anew, Awaken. Man, you guys got some serious air under your feet right there.
I was going to say the thumbnail of this video kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety just hearing about what happened to poor Josh.
That's the shot right there. You see Josh Johnson. That is whenever he ate shit right there.
No.
That's when he did it?
Yeah, because Shane had the best jump in that one.
Yeah. Damn,
Shane got some.
you got at least 3 foot off the ground right there. That's straight up NBA. You ready to dunk, man?
Shane is sprightly. Look at him.
He tries to brag to everybody. He's like, yeah, I used to skateboard. You know, I learned how to jump like that because of skateboard. I was like, dude, you're such a douchebag.
I wish I could play the music on the show, but as soon as it hits YouTube, man, they like.
Yeah, they silence it.
Not silence it. They like, not that I'm getting paid for a podcast or anything, but they automatically demonetize it, and you got to get permission from the copyright holders. I've tried it with my buddy Lee Robinson with LA Maybe. He came on. I played a couple of his videos, and they hit me up. So I sent them a message, trying to protest it, and they're like, still can't. And I'm like, dude, the guy that owns the fucking copyright was on my show. He was literally across from me when I played it, and man, they still won't do it, man. It's like, fuck. So fuck them. Anyway. Yeah.
It's about Facebook now.
Oh God, yeah. Well, this.
Sorry.
Nope. Go ahead, Laura. I had nothing of importance.
I didn't think so. You get that? You make a noise where like you're gonna say something, but no one's really sure what it is. I have actual questions for the bands.
I am so glad. I got them too. I'm formulating and doing research.
So, I want to circle back real quick to Cody and Casey, and then I want to move on to Shane. So your dad, obviously, major musical influence. What did you guys grow up listening to? Like, obviously, we're at the mercy of whatever our parents have on the radio. So what was it for you guys?
So, I mean, it was pretty much hair metal, but
Wasp.
Casey's dad, his name that he goes by is Animal. So if that kind of puts any insight on, he gets. But yeah, his favorite band is Kiss. He also likes Skinner a lot. So I mean, we grew up with kind of like the hair metal / southern rock kind of stuff, Okay.
And I'm assuming, and this is kind of a blank question, but would you say growing up listening to, like Wasp and Kiss and Lynyrd Skynyrd, does that play a part in To Begin Anew's overall sound?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we grew up listening to. That's how we discovered rock. I mean, that is how I discovered my musical taste. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like the hair metal bands. I mean, I appreciate it because it involved into what I do like. I mean, stuff like the radio station that we have locally here. I don't know if you guys are too far. Do you guys have 106.5 where you're at?
No, we don't listen to that one. If it does reach this far.
I mean, they pretty much do it all. I mean, one minute they'll have Metallica, one minute they'll have like Foo Fighters, and then you have Skynyrd and Kiss. So that local station that we have here, that was kind of like a coverall as far as if you wanted just to listen to rock music and not really see what was coming next. You can listen to this and you'd hear something that you like.
I wish so much North Carolina had that radio station because, I'm definitely a classic rock junkie. I love it all. A couple of exceptions in there, but the glam metal and the hair metal, yeah, I'm here for it. But sometimes I just want to listen to something else. And North Carolina just doesn't have that station. So then I have to turn to Pandora, and Pandora tells me what I want to listen to, and it's just kind of hard. So I guess who do we need to contact in Jacksonville to get 106.5 up here?
Well, I think 100.7 is kind of like that. It's not classics, but it's like
they're not our classic rock station here is like
Nirvana. Well, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Then they'll throw in some Queen.
Well, it's kind of the same. No, they're starting slowly to throw in music from when I was in high school, which hurts my feelings. It is what it is. We're all gonna get there.
What was that? What was that?
So that's how you know you're getting old. Whenever you know the stuff you grew up and you're like, yeah, this is so like not classic rock.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, Nirvana, one play Smells Like Teen Spirit, and after that, you know, Tuesday's Gone from Leonard Skinner's gonna come on.
I mean,
Yeah, we're getting up there now.
Well, how old are you guys? Man, come on. Yeah, the oldest one's got to be 35. Not even probably.
Close.
I'm 32.
32.
Yeah, so I'm turning 31.
Everyone looked at Shane. Shane's the old man.
Shane's got the most hair. He's got to be the oldest. Nah, man. Like when I'm 80 years old, I'll still be listening to Nirvana. Still be listening to it and loving it. Like that's Nirvana's my favorite band overall. You can't see it, but I got a picture of Kurt Cobain behind me.
Yeah.
Along with that's my little memorial to all my grunge guys that passed. You know, Chris Cornell, Scott Weiland, Lane Staley, and Kurt. I gotta fix that. I don't like not being able to see Kurt and Lane. It's fucked up.
Just pop them up right behind you. They'll just be looming over you.
Move them over. But let me ask you guys this, man, and you can do it individually. If you could play with one person from the past, present, who would it be?
Let's go down the line, Shane.
Well, one person, I'm definitely going to say Kurt Cobain, but
Word.
I would love to play with.
Yeah.
Let me.
You steal Chris Novoselic's job with Nirvana? That'd be awesome.
I can't. No, he's too amazing. You know, like I couldn't still put a torch to him.
Did you see? God, what was the video I was watching? It was like a Foo Fighters biography or something. And Chris Novoselic came in and played with those guys on one of their songs. This is probably a few years old, maybe 3 or 4. And it was a new song on their new album, and he came in and played the bass with them. Pat Smear was there, and of course, you know, Dave, and then Chris. I was like, wow, that's fucking great, man. Just missing
Pat Smear was part of Foo Fighters too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He took a hiatus for a while. He got burned out, then ended up coming back. Yeah, well, yeah, from Nirvana. Yeah, never mind. I'm all fucked up. I know what I'm talking about up here. I just.
Yeah.
How about you, Casey?
Yeah, Lemmy, hands down.
Oh,
Lemmy?
Yeah.
Word.
That's cool.
Cody, you got somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I'm a rhythm guitarist through and through. I'm no fancy like lead guitarist. I don't do scales. I mean, I'm plain and simple. My biggest guitar hero is Hetfield from Metallica. So if I could just sit there and just play some rhythm with him, man, that would be a dream come true for me.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man. How many times you've seen them in concert?
I haven't been able to see them any. I'd love to.
Yeah, I drove to Atlanta, and I told this story before. As Laura puts her head down, here we go again.
No, my knee hurt. I'm in the bad chair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't have time to move your chair over there. But yeah, I drove to Atlanta for a show. It was 6 hours, and drove home afterwards 6 more hours. Yeah, it was brutal, man. It was brutal. I pulled over on the way home and tried to sleep under a night light in a Red Roof Inn, I think. And woke up to a cop knocking on my window. It's like, sir, yeah, you need to move from here. Damn hotel.
Stay away from the red roof, man. Those red roofs, some bad things happen to those.
Oh, boy, that's the modern day Roach Motel.
Yeah.
Laura's a fan.
Anyway, Josh, who's your musician of choice?
It'd probably be a surprise to them, but Carlos Santana.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
That's cool.
That is right there.
Yeah.
If I could jam with anybody all day long, it'd be Carlos.
You could always do a compilation with him. That's what he's known to do, right? Hell yeah.
I had to figure out how to get a hold of him.
Twitterverse. Nah, Twitter sucks, man.
I'm pretty sure he is in no condition to be writing his own tweets. He's got to be 100 years old now.
Oh, I'm sure he's not looking good.
Oh, there's someone else who's maybe a little younger, I guess not as senile, manning his Twitter. No offense, Santana. I think you're great, big fan, but You're old as fuck.
Hey, speaking of Santana, let me take this moment to plug Rock the Pig. Hey, Rock the Pig, tickets are on sale now on Eventbrite, September 4th, Youngsville, North Carolina. We're going to be roasting some pigs for a good cause. It is, who's our?
Paws for Life, NC. So if you love the puppies and the kitties, then come out and support them.
Get your tickets now. We're going to sell this fool out. We got 8 bands lined up. We used to have To Begin Anew was up there, but, man, these guys are big time.
They got bigger, better things to do.
Bigger, better fish to fry. I don't blame you, man. We'll next year, you guys are definitely going to have to be on it. I don't care if y'all play
we felt
New Woodstock. No, I don't blame you, man. Who wouldn't?
We felt bad.
No.
That following week, we're going to be in Virginia for Blueridge for pretty much the whole time that's going on. And then the following week after that, we've got another festival that we're doing in West Virginia, I believe. And it's just, on top of us, as bad as we would like to make a living with this, we don't do that now. So we actually do have jobs. Everybody does work. And it's just one of the guys in the band was pretty much tapped out on being able to take time off in that month. And I know we had already had the gig booked, but we hadn't confirmed that one yet. And the member talked to their manager, and their manager's like, "No, you're already missing too much work. We ain't gonna be able to do that." So that's whenever I got up with you, Mike, and I was like, "Yeah, as bad as I hate to say it, man, we're gonna have to dip off of this one."
So when To Begin Anew gets big and you guys become famous rock stars and make all those millions, go and buy that restaurant and then fire his ass. Tell him to book it. Hopefully he doesn't listen to this. Anyway. All right, so look, check this out, guys. What we do on this show when we have our guests, we have something called Hammered Trivia. And being the expert host that I am, I came up with a trivia on the fly while Laura was talking with you guys. So, wow, Laura's going to be 1 against 4. Are you ready for this?
I was going to make a terrible joke, but I won't.
No gangbang jokes, please. No,
I wasn't going to say it.
Oh, my God. The trivia is not on sex this week, thank God. Because I think you would really lose this one. I mean, you got 4 dirty male minds in their early 30s over here. Any of you guys married, kids or anything?
3 of the 4 are married.
Okay.
And I think
I'm
close.
legally.
So sex is out anyway, so you'd have been safe. Yeah. All right. So, of course, we are going to do trivia on rock. All right.
Real quick, who's the single one?
Who's the who?
Who's the single
Oh,
one?
nobody's single.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he's.
We said 3 out of 4 were married, and I'm like, what's up?
No, Josh is in a relationship, but he hasn't pulled the trigger on the whole marriage thing yet. So.
Okay.
You should totally do it at Blue Ridge while you're on stage.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I was
That
hoping
would be dope.
right there on stage.
Just like take the mic and call her on in front of the thousands and thousands of fans.
She might pop that baby out right there on the stage.
What? She's pregnant? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
there
well,
you
I
go.
feel like that says kind of
Congratulations.
commitment in and of itself.
Surprise!
Surprise!
All right. Are you guys ready to do this trivia?
Let's do it.
All right. So, first question is going to go to the guys at To Begin Anew. All right. Blank accidentally named rock and roll. Was it Alan Freed, Buddy Holly, Mr. Trask, or Elvis Presley?
Do you know? Because it's going to be a guess.
Don't ask me.
I have
I have the 2 answers that it could be.
my gut's telling me Buddy Holly.
Is that the final answer? Oh, he's Googling.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, yeah,
Wait
there's
a minute.
rules. We gotta accept Buddy Holly.
Yeah, I mean we're ready. Let's do it.
That is not correct.
Really?
No, it was Alan Freed. Like, who the fuck
Okay.
is Mr. Trask? I never would have picked Mr. Trask. I've heard of Buddy Holly and Elvis, but Alan Freed I've never heard of.
Yeah, I can honestly say I haven't either.
Yeah,
We
well,
have
he's the
heard.
one that accidentally named rock and roll. How about that shit? You learn
Thank you,
something
sir.
on Hammered every episode. All right, Laura, you ready? Question number 2. Name the city that is said to be the birthplace of rock and roll. Is it New Orleans, New York, on a carousel, or Memphis?
New Orleans.
Dude, seriously? It's Memphis.
Oh.
Hey, look, guys, you're right back in it. It's 0-0.
Well, I was
2
thinking,
more questions apiece.
like deep southern rock, like I don't know.
Well, I mean, Elvis is from Memphis, right? Right?
Yeah.
So, all right, moving right along. This is going to be a brutal trivia. Here we go. Which is the most important instrument in rock and roll? Oh, God, this is the right question for you guys.
Bass drums.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get I'm
Is
a
it
drummer and I'm a guitar.
electric organ, the drums, the electric piano, or the electric guitar?
I'm
What's
gonna-
guitar.
I'm gonna say drums.
I'm gonna say drums.
What do you say?
I'll say drums.
Drums. We're gonna go with drums.
Man, y'all should have went with Josh. He knew what he was talking about. Electric guitar.
Ah,
I was right for once.
That makes sense.
Like,
You have
that's
to
a
have
very
drums.
subjective question, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I agree with Laura.
I mean, I don't know who made this quiz. Maybe it was an electric guitar player.
Guitar.
Well,
It wouldn't be-
okay. I'm just
I was
going to
gonna
go on the record to defend myself with my first question because I was correlating New Orleans with kind of like Alabama. I was thinking about Muscle Shoals, so like.
That's like soul music though, and jazz, and not
But
rock and roll.
that's which also develops into rock and roll. I don't
Yeah.
know. When I don't think about Memphis and I'm like, oh
It's-
yeah, that's the birthplace of rock and roll. I think Muscle Shoals.
It's clear you didn't know because you got the question wrong.
I know, but I wanted to go on the record to defend myself, and I'm also going on the record to defend to begin
Well,
anew with that second question for them because I don't know.
I just hope they don't break up after question 3 because there's some dissension over there
Oh, boy.
to begin a new court.
This is how the best ideas happen. Like what we're doing right now is like no, you're fucking wrong.
I feel like you need to put together a new quiz.
I don't know. We're rolling this one. Question number 4 to Laura. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. My daughter's blowing my phone up. She's just going to have to wait. All right. Blank was the name of Buddy Holly's band. Was it the Comets, the Crickets, the Rocks, or the Beatles?
Buddy Holly?
Yeah.
I'm going B.
B. That is right. Laura's on the board with 1. All right. Here we go. The guys
That was a
had
guess.
to begin anew are down 1-0. All right. Here's a Chuck Berry question.
This is your fault.
Hope you guys know a little Chuck. All right. Chuck Berry played what? Was it the electric guitar, the piano, the saxophone, or none of the above?
It's the electric guitar.
That is correct. I was going to say, if y'all got that one wrong, I was just going to close this call right now. So we're tied up 1-1, and that was their third question. All right, here's your third one. So if you get this one right, you win trivia, Laura, and you're on fire. Because that'll be what? 3 in a row?
Sometimes I just lose count. My streak's been
Sounds a little
impressive.
arrogant, Laura.
Don't worry, she's going to get this one wrong. What was that?
So she sounds a little arrogant there.
She is, right? She is. She's
I'm
cocky.
just
Look at her.
saying, the numbers don't lie. If I've won like 5 trivias in a row, I've won 5 trivias in a row. I did not win against Brian from Vertigo, though, so that was just like my last little bump in the road, but that's fine.
Well, this is a hard question here. I
I'm
don't
here to
think you're
take
gonna
it
get
back.
this one. All right, Laura. When Jerry Lee Lewis played the piano, he sometimes used what, which was very unusual? He used what to play the piano, which was very unusual?
Mm-hmm.
His feet, a hammer, his nose, or his arm?
I'm going to go feet.
Damn, she won another trivia, guys.
No!
I'm sorry.
We actually knew that one too. We were sitting here like, damn, that's an easy question.
And the tiebreaker question was, in case it came to it, which it didn't, it was Fats Domino's one of the famous songs. God, who wrote this question?
For God's sake,
It
Michael,
just
you
made me
having
seem like I had a
stroke?
seizure over here. Fats Domino's, one of the famous songs. See, somebody fucked this question up. Look, I'm gonna show it to you.
Someone's
so it's not me.
over here.
Look, Fats Domino's, one of the famous songs was. That wasn't me. I didn't write the question. It was fucked up already, and I'm putting that on the podcast so everybody can see it.
Yeah, if we had that one, it would have just made my brain rot.
Mine is. I'm surprised Laura can't smell it decaying right now over here. Anyway.
Oh, is that what I'm smelling?
Fucking jokes over there. Oh shit. Well, so hey guys, Cody, we already talked about it. If you guys want to see where you guys are playing at, they can go to your website. You guys got some shows coming up. Looks like
we got to update that. We got some shows coming up in July.
Okay.
So we've got 2 upcoming. We've got one at a venue in Durham on the 16th. It's called G-Pads, and we're playing with some pretty killer local bands. And then the following weekend on the 24th, we're actually opening up for Adelina's Way at Hooligans in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Man, Adelina's Way, man, that's a pretty big time band.
Yep. We're excited about that one.
Yeah, that was one of my daughter's favorite bands, and I took her to see. It was Fozzy was opening for Adelita's Way at the Blind Tiger. I think it was in 2019, right before the pandemic, and that was a good show, man. Yeah, awesome.
Blind Tiger, awesome.
Yeah, you guys played there yet? You should.
Yeah.
No,
we had there was a local showcase that they had about maybe a month or so ago. Yeah. They had a bunch of local bands on, and that was a really good show. We actually, for us just to be a rock band, we closed with a song that's a little bit heavier than our other stuff. And I think we were the first band of the night that actually got a mosh pit going. That was pretty cool.
Oh shit, y'all generate mosh pits? That's good. Hell yeah.
Well, see, we try not to. It's just that's a little bit heavier. So I guess they hear the softer stuff. Oh, okay, these boys can scream. Throw down a little bit.
Do y'all cover anything when you're playing, or is everything original?
Everything we play right now is original. We've been tossing around some ideas of a cover just to have it in the pocket, just in case we need it.
Yeah. A good cover is not bad. Even some of the pros out there, man, like the Foo Fighters, they cover shit, man. That's when the crowd's like, wow, what the fuck, man?
I think Foo Fighters covered AC/DC Let There Be Rock, and that was easily one of my favorite covers of all time. And that's hard for me to say because I love AC/DC. Yeah. And, Foo Fighters is cool and everything, but I don't love Foo Fighters. So hearing them do that was just a really cool experience.
Foo Fighters' new stuff's amazing, especially that song Shame, Shame.
Oh, I actually bought the vinyl, man. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought the vinyl for that one. I've given it a listen twice, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of stubborn when it comes to the new shit, man. Like when an older band puts out new stuff, I'm still lost in their old shit. So I'm kind of like the old guy. Like, I don't know if I want to give this a chance, but I do like that Shame Shame song. That is good. Yeah.
We were talking about trying to cover Bark at the Moon from Ozzy.
Oh, do it. Sorry, I might have been excited by that, but right, yes, do it.
We were thinking about a little bit of a modern twist on it,
Yes, and that's what makes a good cover great is putting your band's signature on it. I think it was Train covered Led Zeppelin 2, the entire album, and it literally sounded like Led Zeppelin 2. So, that's cool and impressive that Train can do that, but if I wanted to listen to Led Zeppelin, I'd listen to Led Zeppelin. So,
right.
Definitely, put your stamp on it, put your signature on it, and I'm personally really excited for that.
Yeah, kind of like Bad Wolves a few years ago when they covered Zombie. They put their own spin on it.
I'm sorry, I'm over it.
What? I mean, yeah, they wore it out. They wore it
tired.
Out. It was like on the radio 200 times a day, but they wore it out, but it was good,
Do y'all remember a movie called the Goofy movie that came out in the early 90s? Y'all remember that?
The Disney Goofy movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember it, but I remember the movie.
Well, there's a musician in that movie. His name is Powerline, and he's got some badass songs in that movie. And we were actually thinking about trying to cover Powerline songs. Like it'd be like a rock Disney song. Everybody would be like, "What the hell?" But then it'd be like, "Okay, this shit's dope as hell."
Oh my God, you just gave me an idea.
Oh no.
if they could cover "Let It Go" in a rock format,
It's already been done.
let it go. Who?
I couldn't tell you, but I promise I've heard it. It has been done, and probably more than once by more than one like rocker or metal band. I promise it's been done. Don't do "Let It Go." Everyone's done it.
I've never heard a cover of it in rock. I'm looking that shit up later.
Please do, because I promise it's there. I can't tell you who it is or when it happened, but I'm saying it's been done.
What was that, Cody? I know you said something.
We got one of our brother bands that, and Laura, are y'all familiar with Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got one of our brother bands that like covered her song. I think it's called Seven Rings. And dude, it was like they're kind of one of those metalcore screamo bands, and they killed it, dude. The song was fucking amazing.
They definitely made it their own. It's a mwah.
There is like little on this planet I love more than a good cross-genre cover, especially when it's a pop song that's been made into something a lot heavier that, you know, in a sense just does not belong, but I'm here for it. I will be looking that one up later.
Yeah.
And the band's called Still Searching.
Still Searching?
Looking up.
Yep.
You know what a good cover would be, man? Laura's probably going to say, oh, somebody's already done that one already. But Major Tom.
Yeah.
That would be great. Because it's basically him just talking the whole time anyway. Ground control to Major Tom. So that's perfect. You just put that ground control. Major Tom. Something like that. Yeah. I mean, of course, I know that was great and all, but don't try to sign me on your band. I'm taking. No. Oh, did you find it, Laura?
I did. I'm excited.
All right, we're gonna check that out. Hey, look, guys, I'm glad we got this done. I know you guys are busy, and I appreciate you guys being on the show. You're out there listening. Make sure you check these guys out. Go to their website, tobeginanew.com. Check them out on Facebook, To Begin Anew. And you guys got Instagram, you got Twitter. All they got to do is type in @ToBeginAnew on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah. I think it's actually
To Begin a New Band.
Yeah, it's To Begin a New Band on Instagram. I think is our handle for that.
Okay. And don't forget, September 9th, these guys are going to be rocking at the Blueridge Rock Festival in Danville, Virginia on Friday. Do you know what time you're going on yet? Or are they waiting to?
Yeah, Friday, September 10th. We can't talk about the time yet. That will be put out at a later date.
Okay. So just make sure you got your ass there Friday, ready to rock, hydrated with alcohol. Yeah,
yes.
Good times.
That's not how that works.
Laura, you got anything else for the guys before we let them go?
I don't. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to meet you guys in person. It's going to be a really great time.
Yeah, man. Great interview. Thanks again, Cody, for arranging this. And, hey, peace out, guys. We'll see you in September. Peace.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Laura. Y'all take care. See you.